Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was Michael Jackson in history as we stand by for Miss Ola Ray getting ready to call in. Ola Ray, of course, was in the Thriller video, one of the most famous videos of all time, and she actually has a song that we're going to play that debuted today. So I just need some information from her. Obviously, I need to know the area code so I can let the person in. And let me see if this matches up with our guest, Ola Ray, who just came out with a wonderful song. And yes, it does match up with what I have. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, she co-starred in Thriller. She was a Playboy model. She continues to make music, inspired in the 80s with Michael Jackson in the groundbreaking song called Thriller. Ladies and gentlemen, making her debut to the King Jordan radio show with great pleasure, here is Ola Ray. Good evening, Ola Ray, and welcome to King Jordan Radio. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so good. Thank you so much for having me.
It is my pleasure. Now, obviously, today is Michael's birthday. Let me get a few words on that, and then we're going to play your song that just debuted today. So first, give me some words about Michael as you reflect back many years ago.
Well, I am so appreciative that he chose me to work with him in the Thriller video. I feel very blessed to have met him and known him and worked with him, and I'm very sad today as I am whenever, like, either Halloween comes up or his birthday or his death, so it's kind of a sad day for me, but just in remembrance of him, it gives me strength to continue on my life.
There's no question about that. Now, let's just give the audience a brief idea of how how you got involved with that video. The audience didn't hear. I know a little bit about it in terms of John Landis. Now, walk us through 1984, I believe, or 1983 or 1983?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
When you were a young girl,
right.
When you were a very young girl.
I had went on an interview to meet with John Landis, and he was telling me about this video that he wanted me to do, and he was going through it with me, and then all of a sudden he started playing Michael's song Thriller, and I kind of looked up at him, and I was like, I know you're not talking about Michael, right? And he's like, yeah, this is who I want you to do the video with. And I'm like, oh, my God, you have to give me this part. I said, I would do the best thing ever for this. You have to give it to me. And he said, okay, well, let me call you in 2 weeks, and I'll let you know. So 2 weeks after that, I got a phone call from John telling me I had the part, and I was, like, so happy. I was jumping around my apartment, so excited that they gave it to me.
Now, as you were preparing for Thriller, is it true that Michael would tease you that Brooke Shields is in his life? I think I might have heard that in another interview. Is there some truth to that? Mike.
He would play jokes on me all the time, and
he was a prankster.
one of the jokes where you got to come with me. You know, Brooke Shields here on the set, and she wants to meet you. And I'm like, well, I don't want to meet her. You know, it's okay. You go ahead. And he's like, no, Ola, please, come on. You have to meet her. And then he would like have me follow him around the set, and then he would jump on. He'd say, I'm just joking. She's not here. You know, so he was always like playing with me like that. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So, but he did bring up Brooke Shields, right?
Right, but he was just joking. She never came to the set. He just wanted to play. He just wanted to run around the set with me.
So it was like, basically, it was like you two were like, for all intents and purposes, two kids.
Yes.
Especially
basically.
Michael, right?
Yeah, that's how it was.
Was he really like a kid?
You know, he would often want to play with me and play jokes. There was another time where he would always sit and watch me put my makeup on. He would like just stare it right in my face the whole time I'm doing it. And
really?
He used to call me. He used to say, "Oh, I really like how you put your makeup on." He said, you know, I have a little shine on my nose. He said, do you think maybe you could, you know, tell my makeup artist, you know, what to do to get the shine off my nose? And, I thought he was, like, so serious. And I'm, like, getting my makeup out, and I'm, like, putting it on his face. And I said, babe, all you need is a little powder right there. And so he said, well, would you come and tell my makeup artist that? And so he'd grab my hand. We'd run to the place where his makeup artist was. And I would start to tell her, you know, all you need to do is put a little powder and this and that. And she looked at me and she said, girl, don't you know how many nose jobs Michael's had? There's no way we're going to get that shine off his face. And Michael just started laughing so loud at me, you know, pointing at me, you know. So, yeah, there's a lot of times that he was always just joking with me. That's how he was. He liked to just laugh, play. That's just what kind of person he was.
He definitely was a playful character, everybody says.
Yes.
And in that video, it's so nice when, you know, he's like saying like close to midnight, and you two are walking and everything, and you have that beautiful smile, and he has that beautiful smile. Talk about that scene where you two are walking, and he's basically singing the Thriller song to you. It looks so cute, the two of you.
Well, in rehearsal, when it was John Landis and Michael, we were listening to the song, I was like walking to the beat really kind of fast. And John would tell us, he's like, no, Ola, you got to slow down. He said, you got to slow your walk all the way down. And he said, Michael, you're going to have to play with her and sing to her and touch her. And, you know, you got to give it to her. And so that's where that whole thing came about, and that's how he was playing with. That's why he was like playing really playful with me when he was singing to me. But that was like the most memorable time of working with him, is when he had to walk beside me and sing to me. That was really like, I thought I was in heaven.
One thing that you never did is turn your back on him when the charges came crossing. You never took an opportunity. You never took a penny to go on the air or figures or anything like that. And like there was a lot of backstabbers of Michael. You were not one of them. That during the trial, we just had his lawyer on that he was fully exonerated on. You never, and you could have easily. I'm sure people are coming to you with nice figures to say something, supermarket machine, but you never took $1 and you never said anything negative about Michael. No, of course
not, because I knew Michael, and I knew that he wasn't that guy. He would never be that person. I mean, him and I were like born 3 days apart, and so even in my life, I kind of prefer kids to be around me sometimes more than adults. Because you know what you got when you work with kids. You know, you don't have to worry about anybody, you know, backstabbing you, coming at you, you know, doing things that you know, don't want done around you. And I can just see that because Michael had such a big heart and he loved kids, that's all he wanted to be around. It wasn't about, you know, anything else, you know. I don't understand why people do the things that they do, you know, to other people in regards to something like that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it is a cold world out there, and that video will live on, years and years to come from, and it's just amazing now that we are, what is it, 30 years now? Something like that, 30 plus years? And do people, I'm sure, still come up to you and say, you were that girl that was in Thriller?
Well, it all depends. It all depends on what I look like that day. Because I tend to change my appearance a lot. So, nobody would recognize me. A lot of times I go out, I can go out with my little hat on or whatever to the beach, and I don't have to worry. But if I, put my hair on and get all dressed up and walk the streets, yeah, they'll point me out in a minute. So, yeah.
Now, let me just say this on behalf of all of the audience have written in to me that you have kept yourself so, like, you never changed, like, from the 1980s. What is the secret to your success of looking so good still 20, 30 years later?
Thank you so much. I have to kind of credit that to my daughter. She's 19 now, but she's a vegetarian. And she decided at a very young age, like I think it was about 6 years old, that she wasn't going to eat meat. She's like, Mom, I am not eating meat. So I had to start cooking for her, all vegetables and fish. And so I just started, I grew accustomed to eating, that way. And so that's what I do. And I just feel like, if you eat too much meat, you're going to put on a lot of weight and, and everything. So
yes.
I that's what I've done to keep my weight down, and I think to keep my legs. But then again,
so you're a vegetarian.
Well, not. I'm not a total vegetarian.
Not
it's just
fully.
that not fully. I had to grow accustomed to cooking like that for my daughter, and so. But I still eat meat every now and then. But basically, it's like fish and vegetables. So I keep it simple. Work out a little bit every now and then.
You don't go near the hostesses and the Twinkies and things like that, do you?
No, I've never really was a sweet eater, so yeah, no, I stay away from all that.
You never had that sweet tooth?
No, I never liked eating sweets. I mean, every blue moon I might want to have something, but I tend to substitute my foods. Like instead of eating ice cream, I'll have a fruit bar, so.
Right, they're both sweet. And, some people, they put bananas in their freezer, and it tastes like ice cream.
That's ice cream, exactly.
Right,
so
right.
Right, so you just have to substitute certain things for other things, and, you'll be all right.
No question. So, back to Thriller, and we're going to get to your new single called You Know What You Want, featuring...
you want
boy. You know what you want. Sounds like a good song. Now, let me ask you about that other song, Remember. Now, I heard you on another show. Maybe the audience wasn't so kind on that song, but I happen to like it. It was your first song, right?
Thank you. Yes, and
it was nice. It was just a tribute song.
Right. It was my tribute to Michael. A lot of people didn't get it. I heard that a lot of people said that my pitch was a little high on that song. Okay, but my heart in telling the story was basically, it's my spinoff of Thriller, and how afterwards I became a zombie too at the end of it. So I don't know. Maybe I might have been. Yeah, I might have been I might have showed a little bit too much in the beginning of the movie, which might have messed up the storyline a little bit. But so I had to be more mindful this time making this video to make sure that I wasn't putting it out there too much.
And the Michael Jackson fans are very, very what's the word? Very protective of their Michael, as you know.
Yes.
I'm sure. So they're perfectionists along with Michael.
Right. I remember that one of the nights that he invited me to the set. he had sent a limo to my house to come pick me up, and it was the night that they were recording the Thriller dance, and they had a director's chair sitting right there in front of all the dancers, and Michael was in front of them, and I had a chance to sit there and just watch him like for about 45 minutes straight, just doing that Thriller dance over and over and over. He's like, okay, again, and they didn't miss a beat. So I know how much of a perfectionist he is. And he did that.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Right.
And is it true that you had an award to get, and he told you to go get the award or something, and then you wound up keeping it? Can you tell us about that story?
Right. He called me up and he asked me if I would go to Europe, to Germany, to pick up this award. It was one of his Grammys, and I said, yeah, sure, I'll go get it. So after I went and got it, I came back and I spoke to him, and he's like, well, I'm going to send a messenger to come over and get it. And I said, you're not going to send a messenger to come get it. Michael, you got to come get it yourself, because I just wanted him to come to my house. But I said, if you don't come get it, I'm going to keep it. I said, because, you already have about 12 Grammys, babe? I don't have not one. And he's like, okay. And he's like, okay, Ola, you can keep it. I'm like, thank you.
To keep it, just like that. I got so many.
Right.
What artist would say, Kanye West tomorrow, I believe, is scheduled to get the Michael Jackson award. And I've been reading some of the comments, and a lot of the fans aren't too happy that the Vanguard Award is going to Kanye. First two-part question. Have you ever listened to Kanye, A? And B, what do you think of Kanye getting the Michael Jackson Awards?
Okay. First of all, I don't really know too much about his music. I know that he dates one of the Kardashians, but, and I'm sure I probably have heard his songs, but not knowing it was him. So, but I'm not like a true fan of his or follower, rather.
Right.
And secondly, about getting the Michael Jackson Award, I don't know. What is the award? Is the Michael Jackson Award, and is it what is that award for?
It's something I'm going to look it up as we talk, but it's something like a Vanguard Award every year for the past. I think before he died, people have been getting a Michael Jackson Award, and I think it's on tomorrow's show.
Right. I don't know exactly what. I don't personally know exactly. Okay.
It's called Vanguard. Okay. Kanye West to receive the VMA Video Awards, according to Rolling Stones. It's a VMA Video Vanguard Award.
Okay, so it's basically for a video. So it's basically for a video. And, I mean, I've seen some of his videos, and I don't know for which one they might be wanting to give it to him for. I don't know if it's like his for all of his work, or I can't really comment too much about that because I really don't know too much about Kanye West. I'm sure he's a great artist, but I don't know. I can't compare anybody to getting something that has Michael's name on it, because I think that he's like
that's what the fans are saying.
He's the best entertainer of all time, and I can't compare him with anybody. I can't see anybody even stepping up to the plate like he did. So I can't really comment on that one. I wish all the best.
And according to Rolling Stone, Taylor Swift and Ed Sheridan were also nominees for this award that he's. Yes.
I know of Taylor Swift, and I really adore her. I think she's great. She does a lot with her music. Swift. And yes, I do, and she does a lot with her music and with her fans. And I haven't seen too many of her videos, so I don't know. I think
Did you happen to see when Kanye?
Yes, I saw that.
we talked about this earlier with the bodyguards. Kanye interrupt the little speech
I
there.
saw that. I saw that. I thought it was a joke at first when I first seen it. I thought they're making a joke, but then when they said that they were serious, I'm like, oh my God, I couldn't believe that he would do something like that. You know, well, people are crazy. You know, I think
one thing I do know.
Listen, I think if they're going to give another award, they need to give me one for Thriller, okay? Where's mine?
Oh, amen. Amen to that.
I still don't think anybody can top our video. I mean, I'm not trying to be vain. I just love Michael so much. And I think we did a great job working together, putting that together, you know?
Besides Thriller, obviously, what are some of the Michael Jackson top 5 of Ola Ray's top 5 Michael Jackson songs?
Okay, Billie Jean.
Doesn't have to be in any order.
And
doesn't have to be in any order.
Do you remember?
Billie Jean.
Do you remember? Yes.
Okay.
Whenever I hear that song, I think he's singing it to me. Let's see. I said Billie Jean, Beat It, Rock With You. My God, I'm hoping one day. Yeah, I'm hoping one day I can, you know, maybe go and do a track, like, you know, do one of his songs.
You like to cover a song?
I would love to do one of his songs. Yeah. Did I
gave me 4. You got one more.
Okay, and Thriller, of course.
I said not counting Thriller.
I'm not counting Thriller. Oh, my goodness. Oh.
Girl Is Mine.
I want to the one he did when he was like a baby. I want to be with you. I'll be there.
I want to be.
I'll be there.
Okay.
I'll be there.
Yes. I'll be there. Right.
Yes.
There's just so many. It's really hard to say just pick 5. It's hard to say pick 1, but 5 is even hard. My goodness gracious. But so you're indulging yourself now in getting into the music industry a little bit more than the Remember song. You debuted a couple of songs today, I believe. Or you debuted just that one song. Okay.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for a couple of months, and then I'm gonna put out the other one. But I have
That's
2.
Smart.
Yes.
That is smart. And we want to remind the fans, 347-857-2950, Ola Ray, of course. Let's play your latest track, and on the other side, you'll tell us the meaning and about this track. It's called, why don't you say the intro for our audience before I play it?
It's called You Know You Want It.
Featuring?
Blessed Boy.
Ola Ray. Listen up, ladies, got something to say. First off, about a man today, not trying to hate, just release the pain. Smelling like dogs, looking for strays. So confused, better get out my face. Listen, I shit the game. Left what I love, hit a dip on the plane. Now that I'm back with the truth and the facts, you know who you are, trying to give me a rap. I demand respect, cause I got it like that. From the Midwest, I know you want it. Trying to get up on it. I know you wanna hear it, but you can't get it. I know you want it. Trying to get up on it. I know you wanna hear it, but you can't get it. This is real, ain't no lie. You don't know, are you ready? Are you ready? You can't handle it, but you gotta know the truth about me. I'm not your sex toy, baby, and I know what you want from me. I'm not giving it up, it's like meat to the tip, like caviar served up on a platter, just ready to eat. It tastes so sweet. Better leave me alone, cause I'll have you like an addict. Give you a habit, cause you can't have it. Have it. you want it. Tryna get up on it. I know you wanna hear it, but you can't get it. This is real, ain't no lie. You don't know. Are you ready? Are you ready? You can't handle it, but you gotta know the truth about me.
Okay, you caught me, little mama. You know that I'm tryna hit it. I'm like Babe Ruth swinging the bat. Go on and pitch it. That body so exquisite, got me twisted like he sweat. Blessed boy, don't stop till the sheets wet. I could be a little gangster, you gentleman. Ola Ray lips on the key, be my medicine. Puppet is running late, shorty tryna change the plan. That body going up and down like an elevation. City boy on top like a skyscraper. Young rider got game like an old place. Make the bed rock hard to the wall breaking. They keep my name in their mouth like jawbreakers. Yeah.
I know you want it. Tryna get up on it. I know you wanna hear it, but you can't get it. I know you want it. Tryna get up on it. I know you wanna hear it, but you can't get it. This is real, ain't no lies. You don't know. Are you ready? Are you ready? You can't handle it, but you gotta know the truth about me. Yeah. I know you want it. Tryna get up on it. I know you wanna hear it, but you can't get it.
You know you want it, featuring Blessed Boy by Ola Ray. You know what? All jokes aside, I'm feeling it. I liked it. I told you that earlier, and I'm not just saying it. I like it. It has a nice beat. It's not too long, and it's good. It's very good and catchy.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That's like my little anthem song, because I knew I was coming back to LA and I just wanted to let everybody I was coming back, and I'm coming back with my truths, and I'm coming back with my facts, and that, you know, no matter what, you know, people might want from me, it doesn't specifically have to be like what I was singing in the song, but just in general, you know, you can't have it. So
you can't have it. And how long did that take you to write? How long did that take to complete?
It took me about, let's see, maybe about a week or two. I was sitting writing it at home, in my home in Sacramento with my cousin, and I was coming up with the lyrics, and she was like, every time I came up with one, she was like, oh, yeah, Ola, you got to use that one. You got to use that one. I think she's listening to your show tonight. Hi, Monica.
Hi, Monica. Shout out to you.
Right.
Okay. So you plan to have the other songs released later on, right?
Right. It's called "Ain't Nobody Like You." It's a ballad, and I was thinking about Michael when I wrote that one, but can't wait.
Yeah, it does have a nice beat, and it also has like a nice throwback feel to it too. You know, not too old, but like late 90s, early 2000s. It has that Missy Elliott type of feel. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what? I played it at my family reunion, and everybody was out on the grass dancing. So I'm like, okay. And I'm going to go back home to St. Louis to test out, my stuff to see, how my family feels about it. But yeah, everyone enjoyed it. So I'm like, okay, I must be on the right track this time. I hope I don't get criticized too badly on this one, but I'll get better. I promise to all of you fans out there, I'll get better as I go along.
Well, if people are talking about you, it's good. Either way, people say. Sometimes people will talk bad, some people will talk bad, good, but as long as they're saying something.
Right. It comes with the territory.
That's the mind about it. You know what I mean? There's always going to be. There's always going to be what I call the haters out there, and the trolls and the mean comments, and there are people there.
All I can say is I'm just doing what I love doing, and as a matter of fact, I was singing before I was even acting. When I was in Japan, I grew up there. I went to school there from the ages of 15 to 17.
Spent a lot of time in Japan, right?
I spent 3 years there, and that's where I started my career. And I started my career singing and dancing on stage, so I did it professionally the whole time I was there. And even Sony had wanted to record with me, but my parents it was their time up, and so we ended up coming back to the United States. I should have just stayed over there, and I would probably have been a big success by now. But yeah, I started off, my forte is singing, and then from there I went to modeling and acting, and then doing films. So I'm just going back to something that I love doing, and I'm just hoping that I can give somebody some enjoyment in their lives, and whatever way I can.
No question about it. Of course, you're listening to the Birthday Bash, Michael Jackson's Birthday Bash. There has been a lot of question mark people, that non-Michael Jackson people. Some say that they don't believe that he had a skin condition. I did track down some audio, courtesy of Luna Joe, that there are people, in fact, that do suffer with vitiligo, I believe it's called. Right. So
when we worked together, he didn't have that condition, or it probably didn't start, on him at that time. But yeah, I believe, a lot of people look at me and they see my pictures. They're like, that's not you. You're too light. And I would tell people, it's like, when I was working before, I would be on an island somewhere, and then they would call me in and say, okay, you got a movie to do. Then I would fly back in, and that's why my skin was always darker. But if you were just to, see me on a regular, I have a lighter complected skin. And I don't think that Michael would lie about his skin color. And I really do truly believe that he did have that condition.
And you want to talk about people being mean. I mean, there was nobody being bullied more than Michael by a lot of people.
Right.
About that and other issues.
Right. I was watching the movie Man in the Mirror the other day, and I just couldn't believe.
Which one is that?
It was called The Man in the Mirror, and they talked about,
Michael didn't like that one. That was an unauthorized
Right, I didn't like
that
one either. I'm like, why would they even make this kind of movie about him? It was so negative. And,
it was so negative. They made him look silly,
Yeah, it was
they really made him look silly.
In front of his kids,
His poor
really
children
pray for his kids. I mean, I'm friends with Paris on my Facebook, and I tend to just leave her little notes, letting her know, please be strong, just hold on, your dad's there, and I try to give her as much as I can, to keep her going, because I really know that, not just her, but his whole family
a couple of years
is going
ago,
through a lot.
She, I think it was reported that she tried to commit suicide.
Right.
Well,
I'm sure it's really been hard for her, because she was one of the oldest, so it was. I just pray for her all the time, but she's doing good now. All of the pictures I see of her on Facebook, she's all happy, and she's hanging out with her friends now. So I want to wish her all the best. Continue to pray for her.
No question.
I mean,
I do want to play this clip. This girl with the vitiligo. It's a short clip, and I don't want the audience to hear it. Some more evidence that vitiligo does exist.
Right.
I want to play it, and I'll get your take on the other side, okay?
Now to vitiligo, a skin condition you may not have heard of. It may be something you may not know much about. Michael Jackson claimed he suffered from it. To explain why his skin color became lighter over the years, well, 23-year-old Arcelle DeVloot began to show signs at the age of 5, and for the past 7 years, her skin has gone completely white, and now she's here along with dermatologist Dr. Janine Downey to talk about this. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Let's talk first of all, Arcelle, talk about what happened with you, because you're saying it started with your arms and your legs when you were young, and then at age 12, what happened?
Well, I got a spot on my arm at the age of 5. That's the first sign of it, and then one on my forehead. And from the ages of 5 to 12, it slowly was going through my arms and legs and on my torso. And then by the time I reached 12 years old, it just started spreading very rapidly onto my face, my neck and face.
So during those years, when you're a preteen, a teenager, all of that was when it was all changing on your face. So that's very hard to deal deal with, to explain to people? Did people treat you badly as a result?
I had a really strong, close-knit group of friends, and my mom was very, very strong as well. She really pushed me out there to do a lot of different activities. But then you do get the comments that, you know, when you don't have people around to protect you and you're not too sure how to respond to it, you do also hear things that people have said. I've been called Spot, I've been called Dalmatian. I've had somebody tell other people for a sleepover, don't sleep in the same room as Darcel, you'll catch what she's got and die.
Okay, well, how do people get this condition?
Okay, we're not sure exactly. Vitiligo affects 3% of the population, and you see it in all races and all ethnicities. Obviously, it's more noticeable in people with darker complexions. The bottom line is we think it's genetic. Most people have either primary or secondary relatives. 25 to 30% of people that have vitiligo that actually have, you know, vitiligo in their families as well.
And Darcel,
then it's autoimmune.
And you do have people in your family?
I don't have any blood relatives who have it, as far
Only
back as we can think. However, I have family by marriage, extended family. My dad's stepbrother has it, basically the way I had it, half black, half white, all over, and then another distant family member has on her face.
You mentioned this autoimmune issue. So what, besides the idea that your skin would change color, what would be the other negative effect?
Well, for example, some people that have thyroid disease also will have vitiligo. Some people that have diabetes will also have vitiligo. Some people that have anemia will also have vitiligo.
But is there any other secondary effect besides your skin changing color?
Well, you're more sensitive to the sun, and so people with vitiligo tend to blister and burn more, and they can have more skin cancers.
Okay, so that's a big issue, but anything else besides that?
Well, it's disfiguring. People think that it's contagious. People make people feel badly about it, so it's very psychologically devastating.
So you, having gone through all of this and being, I'm sure, a young woman who listened to Michael Jackson's did you feel that he had, did you have any, based on your experience, do you think that Michael Jackson did have this skin condition?
At the time when I was living in Cyprus and I knew nobody with the condition, we didn't know what it was, we had no experience of it, and there was no one out there except for Michael Jackson who was saying that they had it, and in a way that sort of was a support from myself. So I would absolutely want to believe that yes, he had it, and I think there's a lot of evidence to back it up, and I don't see why anybody should not believe that.
A lot of people did make fun of Michael Jackson's skin changing color, so you sort of empathize with him and feel that.
Definitely.
Yeah, so really basically then to young people now today who, you know, feel bad about the spots on their faces and are called spot, what do you say?
It's so hard. It's really, really hard.
No, it's understandable. You're made to feel different, and the crazy thing about it is that people don't realize that we're just the same.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
No, don't apologize, because it's
okay.
What you're saying is something that made you feel just separated.
Well, especially being a teenager with the condition, you're already going through so many social changes, dating and
hormones.
All those things. You've already breakouts and other things, and a lot of people start to judge you on how you look. Are you pretty? Are you attractive? I'm very fortunate now, very fortunate that I'm able to do these things socially. I still get people telling me things, but meeting other people with the condition, it just brings back those memories. So right now I really, really hope that by doing this, other people can see that it's just something that makes us look different. We're not different in any other way. And it's not contagious, it's not life-threatening. And it's so hard to go through something that's visual,
Well, no, you've made your point eloquently, and I think that's the bottom line. Compassion, understanding is the road, and not separation and judgment. Thank you so much for being here and being honest about your. Yes, that's fantastic. And you're beautiful. You would be beautiful. We would all be beautiful with whatever color, spots, not, but you're beautiful. And thank you so much, Jimmy.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And we want to also say we'll be right back right after this.
Wow.
Ola Ray, was that heartbreaking or what?
It was. It was just so heartbreaking to listen to her talk about it. But, oh my goodness, it just goes to show you that, there are a lot of things out there in the world that people are not really aware of. And for people to just judge another person based on their stupidity or not knowing, it's just bad, because look how bad it's making her feel, that people are teasing her about it and everything. It's like, it's really just sad. It's a sad situation.
I think of Michael. He was on top of, he was noticed by all the world. And this girl was, just, she wasn't worldwide, nationally, and she was there crying. Could you imagine what Michael must have dealt with?
The courage. Right. I'm glad she had the courage to step out and educate people about this disease, I mean, I sit and look at Michael's picture all the time, and I just think of all the things that he's gone through, and he's gone through so many tribulations in his life. But, the way I look at it, they persecuted Jesus, right? They talked about him really bad, so it's like, I don't know. People are weird sometimes.
It's amazing the amount of hurt that one human being could handle in Michael Jackson.
Right, and he's gone through a lot. He went through a lot. And I'm sorry I keep of him in the past, in like the present form, but it's just that we have a spiritual relationship. Michael, he came to me 2 days ago. So
really?
I've had many dreams.
Tell us about that.
Oh my goodness, I have at least 5 times he's been to see me in my dreams. Okay, I'll tell you about the first one.
Well, I have a filmmaker that swears that he's still alive. So her name is Pearl Jr., a friend of mine as well.
Right.
Now, are you saying you believe he's alive? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, definitely. I definitely think that, but I think he's passed on though, because he came to me at so many different times, and I kind of went through him the spiritual experience that he was going through. I know this sounds weird, but I was with him as he was moving on and on and on and on. Okay, like the last dream I had of him 2 days ago, he was fine. He was showing me this big white castle on top of a mountain, telling me that's where I live now. So I'll just tell you the last one. But there are like other dreams that I've had that were more explicit and go into more detail. But the one I had with him the other night was him showing me that he's fine and he's in a big white castle on top of a mountain. So, he still comes.
Wow.
To me. Yeah.
That is something else. So is it like you hear him or you feel him?
No,
How does it?
I dream, and he comes to me in my dreams. I remember when
So this happens on a regular basis?
Well, it started happening the first time he came to me. It was 3 days after his passing. And then after that, it was like a month or two after that, and then a month or, after that. So, but he hasn't come to me in a while, and it was really weird that he came to me 2 days ago. But I remember one dream I had when he was still on stage practicing and, practicing for the This Is It, which is it made me feel bad because I was on the stage sitting there with him, and he was still practicing as if he didn't know, that he had moved on. And then I had some other dreams with him where, his spirit was just flying and he was finding a resting place, and it was like maybe he was at Never Never Land. He was just, trying to find a peaceful place to be. And there's a couple of them. I don't want to go into it too much because I don't want everybody to think I've lost my mind.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But the last one I had 2 nights ago, he's doing great, and he was showing me this big white castle on the mountain, so we're good.
Oh, that's like a beautiful story, and I tell you that girl though with the in terms of her disorder was very tough to listen to. So like I said, let's try a caller. Area code 314. You're on live with Ola Ray. Please state your name and your telephone number. 314. It's your turn.
Hello, 314.
Yes.
That's St. Louis, right?
That is St. Louis.
That's my home.
Okay.
That's my home state.
Yeah.
I can't hear him.
Okay, let's try somebody else. Let's go out to Jersey. 609.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
609, you're next.
Hello? Yes.
Yes.
Oh, hi, Jordan. This is Heather Francis.
Hi, Heather.
Ola?
You're on live with Ola Ray.
Yes. Hi, Ola. How are you?
I'm good, Heather. How are you?
I'm great tonight. It's great that you're on the show.
Oh, thank you so much.
You know, I'm in my late 30s now, and you know, I always, all my life, I studied music and I used to play instruments and stuff like that, and I would wonder from time to time, what happened to that woman that was in Thriller? Ola Ray. I'd wonder, you know, what the hell, what happened to this chick?
What happened is I had a baby. I have been gone. I'm living in Sacramento raising my daughter for the last 19 years. So that's what I did. I went away, raised my daughter, and now she's grown, getting ready to go to college, and so now I'm back to get back to work. But yeah, that's what happened to me.
Was when you guys wrapped the video, was that it? I mean, was that it? Were you ever invited to do shows or go on tour? Like, I'm trying to remember. The name's on the tip of my tongue. The girl that was in The Way You Make Me Feel. She claimed that her and Michael would have had a relationship or something.
Tatiana, Tatiana.
Right.
Yes, no, I was never invited to do any shows, but I saw Michael again in the recording studio. I was in there recording, and he was in the same studio. So we kind of saw each other and teased each other and played for a minute. But no, I was never invited to any of the. But I could have been invited, but to a lot of things probably. But I wasn't like really focusing at that time on any calls that might have came to me. I was kind of not, in the industry for a minute,
Really?
Right before I got pregnant and left L.A.
Well, shortly thereafter. Okay. Well, I guess well, that would make sense. You can't be on a stage dancing while you're pregnant, right?
Right.
That's what I mean. Like going, to do shows when he would go on, like on tour and whatnot to dance.
Right. No.
Like, wow.
I would have loved to, though.
Yeah, that.
And if you would have called me, I would have been there.
I'm sure you would have. I mean, that would have been great. I mean, I think of, I guess, I presume you saw This Is It.
Oh, yes, I did. I was invited to that, and I went to that. It was really sad because...
That broke my heart.
Yeah.
Me personally, I'm just a regular Joe in life.
Right.
It took me, 4 years to actually sit down and watch the whole thing from start to finish and back.
Right.
And it first of all, I'm going to tell, Jordan, I think you know this. One of the first things I thought of, I said, man, they edited this real good.
Right.
They edited that shit. They edited it really, really good. And there's over that is known. There's over 100 hours of footage.
Right,
I heard. Locked away in a vault. Believe there's over 100 hours of footage, and it's locked away in a vault.
It was really sad for me because I was with the family, or just with the ones that came, and sitting in the VIP area with them, and I was the last one to leave the building. And it was really beautiful how they had it set up because they had the dancers outside on the trampolines. It was really beautiful. And then they had all of these big screens in the inside of the place, and they're all playing Michael's videos and everything. And it was really, really nice. A lot of people were there. And it was just one of the saddest days for me ever to sit up there and watch his last, viewing of him and listening to his music. I literally sat there by myself. I was the last one leaving that building. Yeah.
Oh, God. That's I was going to ask you if you did go, and where did you go when they had it opening, or
invited? They sent me an invitation for that one. So. Yeah.
Tell me if you agree, Ola and caller Heather. this is it. However, it was sad and it was terrible that he died, but the last impact that we got to see Michael was not of negative stuff. It was doing what he was put on this earth to do, and that was to make music. So it's so tragic that he died. But if he had to go, I'm so glad they captured some positive that people could look at. You know what I'm saying?
And then I heard he was sick too, that he had pneumonia. That's why they had to put together so many different clips of him.
Right.
There's a lot of reasons why.
There's a lot. There's a lot to be said.
The truth, when you go through, and this is all going to come out. I mean, it could be 10, 15 years from now. You know, it's going to come out.
And I don't doubt that, because the truth always comes out. Right. The truth will always come out.
They did that. And you have to remember, the family had no say. Anybody with the Jackson name had no say, and this is it. The guy wasn't dead and buried 6 solid months before it came out. Janet Jackson was on national TV when she finally broke her silence. She wouldn't look at her TV because there would be advertisements and this and that.
Yeah.
All right.
She wasn't there.
Right.
Yes. Okay. She didn't come. Her or the mom, or Catherine.
I believe it.
Right.
No, the guy, he's very
soon after his death. That was not good. And then the controversy that was surrounding his death, it was, probably just not a good time. They did, but there's a lot of different things that I would like to say, but I can't really say it because we're on national radio.
I guess just what I
let you know, Heather, I am feeling you. I'm feeling you, and I understand where you're going, what you're trying to say, but and I'm very much in agreement with what you're talking about, though. Yeah, it's very out of inappropriate. But this was the last viewing. This was the last viewing, and I couldn't have missed that, seeing him one last time, regardless, So,
but no, Jordan, you're right. I mean, we have our last little piece of Michael Jackson. I mean, I have it on, Blu-ray and regular DVD, and I watch it from all the angles on my TV and all of that. And I hope that, we can see the other, footage that's locked away in the vault, eventually. And then when that does come out, or when pieces of it are leaked, then everybody's going to say, aha, I told you, because the guy was sick. If you watch that video, it's like they're slapping us all in the face. And forget the fans. Think of the family and the kids.
Right.
And it tells you, it really tells you how greedy people
my goodness.
are and can be.
Go on. Yes.
All knows about people like that.
Right.
Yeah. I can totally agree with what you're saying right now, and I would love to be able to talk about that more, too, because the greed is really bad.
You gotta, maybe Jordan, maybe you can get her back on the show again, and I'll call in, because, it really, it was just, it was great, discover the man you never knew and all of that. But, the guy couldn't dance and sing at the same time.
Right.
He was having problems. He was also having problems breathing. And,
well, there's no question that these promoters were out to make money instead of concerning themselves with Michael's health. There's no question.
And they should...
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. It's all about making money. For a lot of people in this industry. It's just really sad. It's really sad. I feel the same way. Trust me, I'm almost like, in the same kind of predicament, going through some things right now. And it's just, it's sad.
It's I don't know. I just that, and listen, I am 37 years old. I'm pushing 40. All right. And I was in my mother's stomach when, before Elvis had passed. My mom and the family went to go see Elvis Presley, in concert, and I was in her stomach. And he died. You know what age he was when he died. I'm 37, pushing 40. That spooks me. That spooks the hell out of me. It's people dying young that were so talented. You have Jackson, you have Elvis, you had Mel, we had the Doors. We had so many people that were
Marilyn Monroe.
They say God takes his favorites, though. they say that God takes his favorites early.
Yes. Yeah. That is only the good die young.
Only the good die young.
A theory.
Yeah. And real quick, I know we got to go and you want to talk to other people. No, you look at freaking Keith Richards and you wonder, it makes you think, we could all be dead and gone and he'll still be alive. Keith Richards from the Stones.
Right, exactly. And he was doing well for his age, isn't he? It's like, what is he doing? What are you doing?
Oh, my God. Him and Jagger. What the hell? What is Jagger, 72 now?
I know. Those guys are looking very good for their ages.
I mean, what the hell? Yeah, Keith Richards. I mean, jeez, how the hell? He's still, we're going to all be dead and gone, and he'll still be up there rocking and rolling.
You are so funny.
But no, Ola, I like your song. I'm going to play it again. I like your song a lot. How are you going to release it?
I've released it on YouTube. So for anybody that want to see it, it's released on YouTube. And then you can get the song on iTunes and Amazon, and it's out there circulating like that digitally right now.
Are you going to have an album?
Kind of stuck in my head already.
Of course I am. I'm going to release the next song. Yeah, I'm going to release the next song in about a couple of months, and then after that, I have a catalog of at least 9 songs, and I'm getting a lot of offers right now from different producers that want to work with me, that have worked with people like Chris Brown and bigger stars. So hopefully I might get some better material later. But yeah, this is something that I'm going to want to do and continue to do because it makes me happy. Music makes me happy.
Will you do any shows? I don't mean like touring or anything, but I mean like shows, like go to different cities and.
I have a date set for I believe October 16th in Canada. They want me to come do an award show there, and I'm going to perform. So yeah, so far that's nice. Yeah, so I've been getting a lot of calls, which is good.
Good. And I don't have to say this. I mean, you're older than me on this age, but keep your head straight.
Thank you.
And you'll be okay. I know you got to go, but I could say this because I've had people in my family, like my uncle many years ago, tried to make it in the business, and it's true. You got it when you first start out.
You got to keep your head low. I already know. I've been in this business since I was 15 years old. So it's a good thing. I mean, I went through my trials and tribulations, you know what I'm saying? And so you do have to go through a lot, but as long as you come out with your head on strong, you know what you're about and what you want to do with your life, that's only going to make you a better person. So thank you so much for that. But yes, I will be definitely careful and keeping my eye open to make sure, who I have around me, you know what I'm saying, is going to be a good crew and not somebody out to just get whatever they can, financially from me. Yeah.
All right, Ola.
Thank you so much for talking to me.
Thanks so much. And she brings up a lot of good points. And firsthand that there are a lot of, let me say it, scumbags in the world of media. And, there are a lot of creeps, point blank.
Right. No, it is, oh, my God, you don't even know how.
They're good people, too.
It's really bad, the greed that people have. I mean, it's like they have so much money. They've made so much money. And it's like, why? I just don't understand. It's like, why don't they want to just give people what is just due them? It's like, just give everybody what's just due them. That's it. Not asking for nothing more than that. So I don't understand it. I don't understand it, too.
Let's see if we have 707. Please state your name and where you're calling from. You're live with Ola Ray. 707.
Is that Vegas?
So, yes, it's your turn. Somebody's not paying attention.
I'm sorry, I can't hear her.
707, please state your name. 3, 2. Okay, we got to pay attention. All right, Ola, let's plug some of your stuff, and then I want to do something with Michael in terms of the birthday. So let's give out all the info that people need to know so they could get a hold of you if some promoters are listening or anything like that.
Okay, well, I want to let everybody know that I finished writing my book. I just need to insert pictures at this point, but I really would appreciate, I'm looking for a publisher, anybody that think that they might be interested in the book, to try to contact me. And I'm going to leave my information with the King Jordan radio station. That way they'll know better who to,
okay,
give it out
so,
to. But, yeah.
Yes, if anybody's listening that wants get a hold of Ola Ray, please leave your info. Now, do you have a Twitter?
No, I don't have a Twitter yet. No, it's enough for me to have to just. No, it's a lot for me to just have to deal with the Facebook and the Messenger. I'm just now learning how to do all that. But it's so funny. No, I don't have a Twitter, and there's another one, the Instagram. I don't have that either. But
really?
It's okay. I have an email. I have an email address. So we can start there. Start at the email. Hopefully, once I make enough money, if I get a second or something.
With Facebook?
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. Right. So.
Oh, by the way, I'm on the set of Thriller.
Right.
It's just amazing how much social media has taken over.
Right. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I just started using it and talking with all my fans lately. Which all of you guys have been so great. Thank you so much for all of my birthday wishes the other day. It was so great. So I'm just now learning.
You got a lot of birthday wishes.
Yes, it was so great. And so I'm just now starting to correspond with my fans. So I'm learning, you guys, to be patient with me.
Yes. Yes. I remember the first time I advertised that you were going to be on.
Right.
And they got close to 100 likes in a couple hours. I was like, wow. And so they are running laps at your fans. So
I know, it's great. I'm so grateful. I'm so blessed that that.
And you're good to your fans.
Out there for me. Yeah.
There are a lot of snobby people out there who could be in your situation and not even say a word to a fan. But you're not like that.
No, I go through all of my messages. I might not get back to everybody, that day, but I sit and I take the time out to really read them and go through them, and I send out as many, quotations as I can or many thanks and, blessed days. That's what I like to do. I like to keep it positive, just like to keep everybody on the upbeat, And anyone that comes to me like that are really down, I just make sure I send out little prayers for them, through, friends, right, for them. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
I try to in touch.
And definitely give a shout-out to your daughter, your cousin.
I am.
And we appreciate you. You have a grandson. You must
I have
be
a grandson.
The youngest-looking grandmother in Guinness Book World Records.
So gorgeous. His name is Aiden. My daughter's name is I Am.
Shout out to you, Aiden.
He's one. I'm on my way posting his pictures on my Facebook, letting everybody see him. So yeah.
No.
So I have a lot. I still have a lot more responsibility right now. And,
Wow. So you will come back, and we'll do a separate show.
Okay.
When you're ready to release those other tracks and stuff.
Okay.
And
sounds great.
definitely appreciate you coming on for the Michael Jackson birthday bash.
Anything for him.
Yes, and let's just pretend Michael is listening to this show. I just want you to just pretend with me.
Right.
It's his 57th birthday.
Right.
Now, he is listening to you. I'm going to give you a count, and then the floor is yours. So just pretend in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, Michael is getting ready to listen to you.
Okay, baby. So when we hooking up? Just give me a call. Let me know. I got you. Just when we hooking up, you know. I wish I could have been there. I wish I could have been there more for him. That's the way I feel.
You did as much as you could. You know, I heard, you know, his former nurse say the same thing. Oh, I wish, you know, we could only do what we know at the time, and, you know, second guess in 2020, it's a part of life. You know, we're only human, and we should never beat each other. Nobody should beat themselves up. We all try. We're all humans. We all make mistakes. We all, you know, live and die by that, I believe. And
one more thing I would want to tell him is that I do love you, babe.
Aw. Well, you heard it exclusive here on King Jordan Radio. Ola does love Michael. So, Ola Ray, I want to thank you again for coming on.
You're welcome.
How is it over there in Sacramento? How's the weather over there?
I'm living in Los Angeles now. I just recently moved back here. I've been back here for about 4 months. So
okay.
I'm in the city of industry now. Getting back to work.
Oh, okay.
So
is it hot there, or is it cold, medium?
Oh, it's hot, but I love it hot. I mean, we have the beach here. It's like 102 or 100, between the 100 or so in the valleys, but then on the beach you have 80-something degree weather. I mean, I love it. The hotter the better for me.
So you would like Florida.
Oh, yeah.
You would like Florida.
Florida has that humidity. No, I don't know. Florida has that humidity. That's sticky
humidity.
Sticky hot. I don't like the sticky hot. I just like the hot.
And, last thing I wanted to ask you. Any other artists that you like, besides, obviously Michael? I'm a big Dr. Dre fan. I love Tupac.
I love Dr. Dre.
I love Biggie.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
What do you think? And Dr. Dre just released his new album. That's 50.
I
and his
know.
Final album.
I have not seen his movies. I have not seen the new movie, Straight Outta Compton. I have not seen it yet. I've heard about how great it is. It's grossed over $100 million. I mean, I believe it's the first movie that has ever done that, right? He's doing very well. I can't wait to go see that movie. But yes, I love beats like that. I love Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and people like that. Yeah.
Oh, do you remember that song, Nothing But a G Thing, baby?
Yes. Ice Cube, I love all those guys. Yeah.
Today was a good day. That, to me, I always tell people that was the good rap era, in my opinion.
Right.
Yeah. That was
can't go wrong with any of Dr. Dre beats.
Oh my goodness gracious!
I would be so blessed if you're listening, Dr. Dre. Yes, I would love to do one of your beats.
He might be, or a friend of his might be. So you never know. You know how these things work out.
I'm available.
All is available for you, Dre. Okay, Miss Ray. We will talk to you soon. Thank you so much for ending the show on Michael Jackson's birthday bash. Appreciate it so much.
Oh, thank you so much for inviting me to do the show. I'm so very happy that I was able to talk to you guys and talk to some of the fans out there, and I love you guys.
Absolutely.
Let's keep the faith, and God bless everyone out there, okay? And
God
thank you
bless
so
you
much,
too.
King Jordan. And we'll do
speak
this
soon.
again soon.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Okay. And thanks to Miss Ola Ray. Let me thank. I got a lot of people to thank. Luna Joe 67 production videos. Thank you. Tom Mesereau, defense attorney. Thank you. Kerry Anderson, Michael's former bodyguard. Thank you. Mike Garcia, former Michael Jackson bodyguard. Thank you. And Geraldine Hughes, thank you so much. Now, we have to end it off with a Michael Jackson song. The question is, which one? So while I dig this up, just want to also let you know that this is a totally non-profit radio station. If you'd like to donate anything, please do with your PayPal account to kingjordanmedia.com. Whether it's a few dollars or anything, everything goes just to pay the bills here on King Jordan Radio. So we appreciate anything. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play the remix of A Place With No Name, Call It a Night. This Thursday at 9 p.m. we have, we have somebody from CNN, but I don't have the name. Okay, yes, we have Ann Bremner, we have Joseph Scott Morgan, Alex Sanchez, all defense attorneys, and one HLN forensic. We will get into the murder story, and of course, big happy birthday to Mr. Michael Jackson.